All right, John, we made it to the finale. Why don't you take it away for us? Tell the people what they need to know.
Guys, thank you for joining us. If you like these reactions, hit that like button first and foremost. It's what helps out the most with the algorithm. Also remember to subscribe, click that notification bell for whenever the next reaction is up for whatever the next reaction is gonna be. And for anybody who's wondering, I know season 2 is already out on Netflix. It's been for a long time, but we are gonna take a little break from the show. We've got a whole bunch of other coverage to do. We will pick it back up at some point, to be determined, but for right now, if you're wondering next week, where's Kingdom Season 2 Episode 1? It's gonna be a little bit of a wait, so hopefully this will hold you over in the meantime. And as always, full-length watch-alongs where you sync up with the time code for Kingdom. Those are over at our Patreon page. Got a bunch of shows that you can check out with us, both stream-along and reaction highlights included. It's a lot of fun. And last but not least, thanks to the team over at Prepper for cutting these highlights down all season, doing a bang-up job. Let's get into the Season 1 finale.
네 손에 그 권력을 쥐어준 사람은 나다. 그 자리에서 끌어내릴 수 있는 사람도 나지. 내 명이 있을 때까지 절대 관문을 열지 말거라.
I hope you die.
I hope all those bodies come out of the lake and get you.
세자는 반드시 죽일 것이다. 내 손으로 직접 그 숨통을 끊어놓을 것이다.
I don't think so, man. He's the star of the show.
먼 곳까지 오셨습니다. 이제 그만 한양으로 가시죠.
Please, you must stay till nightfall.
이제 왕명에 따라 세자를 압송하겠습니다. 대역죄인을 포박하라! 예!
네가 누가 대역죄인인가?
No, here we go.
이 나라의 국본인 세자를 탄압하여 종묘사직을 뿌리째 뒤흔들 죄.
Oh, Crown Prince, you came to the right place.
죽어 마땅하다. 고향하라!
Yeah.
뭐하는 짓이오?
Oh, damn. Wow.
제가 이곳으로 향하는 걸 대검이장에 알 리가 없습니다.
저의 일행 중에 조학주 사람.
What?
Better not be Mu-young.
저와 나눈 대화를 그 누구에게도 내색하시면 안 됩니다.
That's why he's being so weirdly cold to him.
Dude.
너희들 그 누구도 살아남지 못할 것이다.
You're gonna be the first to die, though.
너희들뿐만이 아니라
He's watching him.
조학주 대감이 가만히 있을 것 같습니까? 영모에 가담했다며 상주를 피마다로 만들 거.
We're already past that, man.
Oh, wow.
그 많은 자들을 어디서 재울 것이며 무엇을 먹일 것입니까? 식량이 떨어지면 약탈이 시작될 거고 읍성하는 난리가 날 겁니다.
그럼 저들이 죽어가는 걸 그저 두고 보겠다는 겁니까?
So you're the Crown Prince, man.
Jeez, man.
지금 성문을 열지 않으면 읍성 밖 상주 국민들도 위험해질 겁니다. 성문을 여시죠.
성문은 열 수 없습니다. 읍성한 사람들만이라도 살아야 해요.
Oh my God, it might be him because his wife is being taken care of.
Yeah.
당신은 더 이상 여길 책임질 자격이 없어.
뭐요?
무능한 관리 하나 때문에 모두를 죽게 만들 수는 없다. 이제부터 상주와 국민들 내가 지킬 것이다.
당신이 무슨 자격으로?
The Crown Prince, bitch.
That's right, motherfucker.
지금부터 상주 목사의 자격을 박탈한다.
세자 저의 명이시다.
He's always got his back. Oh my God. I'd like to think I'd let them all die. Cover the blinds. Just don't let them know you're awake.
이런 법이 어디 있습니까? 양반한테 무기라니요.
그러게 말입니다.
세자장의 엄명에
Yeah.
계셨습니다.
The old structures don't mean anything. Come on.
이래야 손에
이런 걸 들다니.
You know, toss a
You're
book
not,
at him.
you're not gonna regret having that, man.
오늘 중으로 아이가 나올 듯합니다.
사내 아이냐?
그건 아직
앞으로 사내 아이일 때만 내게 알려라.
예 마마.
If I give birth and it's a girl, I don't want to hear anything about it.
Is she just faking a pregnancy too?
I guess. Keeping up appearances.
태어났나봐요. 다행이에요. 어젯밤부터 그렇게 힘들어하더니. 아 그러게. 아유, 진짜 살았네. 진짜 살았어.
What happened? Why stop talking? Crying?
They probably executed it for being a girl.
산모도 아기도 무사하네. 젖을 물리고 한숨 쉬는 중이니 그만들 돌아가게.
Holy Christ.
Whoa.
아 그런데 아들입니까 딸입니까? 계집일세.
뭐야? 그게 계집이야? 아유 계집이면 어때? 건강하기만 하면 되지 뭐.
There's probably like a pile of girl babies behind that door.
세상에. 나는 이런 비담을 걸쳐보기만 해도 소원이 없을 텐데. 네 같은 청것이 뭘 바라겠어. 그만 가자.
하하. Movie magic.
She was faking the pregnancy.
어떠하냐? 내 아기가 아주 건강해 보이지 않느냐?
Lol.
낸들 알겠느냐 언꼴인지 나발인지 뭐 귀신이라도 튀어나오는 모양이지. 아니, 이제 그만 돌아가자.
언꼴이라 하셨습니까?
그래, 저 위에 있는 계곡 이름이 언꼴이라 하였다.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of special plant life there. Maybe it was rended by a glacier centuries ago.
That's where the false lilies would be located.
생사초.
Oh yeah, that's right. She was in that like ice place before.
불입니다. 이 불이 죽은 사람을 살렸어요.
No.
Yeah, that's right.
Burn it.
That's what she was looking for.
저것은 무엇이냐?
Ooh. Ooh.
No.
Ultra zombie.
Crimson head.
아는 자입니까?
아닙니다. 모르는 자입니다.
A sincere no or just a denial? It's his son, isn't it?
Probably something like that. That he could never tell anyone about.
정찰대가 아직 복귀하지 않았다고 합니다.
How are they so sure they'll turn up?
어찌되었는가?
상주는 아직 무사합니다.
Such a realistic touch. Just like fucking bored and eating.
조금만 더 버티면 곧 해가 뜰 것입니다. 좋아.
정찰 나갔던 간호의 말입니다.
길을 열어라.
Be careful, guys. You could have a gun.
Horse has been spying on them all this time.
You're a respectable horse. You could have made it over that.
Yeah.
We got around it.
Get a little dressage going.
The horse didn't want to stay off the trail.
피가 아직 마르지 않았습니다. 이제 곧 들이닥칠 겁니다.
Wow, you could tell that from there.
Ha!
This episode's gonna end with just a giant horde coming, all right?
Yeah. Swallowing up the camera.
I think I have to fucking do this every night?
Yeah, I guess until they get here. If they ever get here.
Hey, did the Dr. Lady return?
No, I think they're still up there.
오늘 밤도 대비해야 하니 휴식을 취하라 하겠습니다.
And then the zombie switched to daytime.
What's happening? I feel like something terrible's gonna happen soon.
Well, yeah, it's gotta. Can't make it through a night this easy.
끝났다 생각하느냐?
Zombies are under my command.
What the fuck is going on?
Is he gonna send an army or some shit?
Yeah, I think they can move during the day now.
Oh.
저들이
Yep.
어찌 낮에
햇빛이 아니었어.
Oh no.
온도였어.
Oh no.
Stakes have been raised.
The temperature, oh god.
Wow, what a tease.
Oh man, oh no. Everybody got crumbs.
Did that guy know?
He seems like it. Oh no, no, what a nightmare.
Oh shit. Let's wait for the temperature to go down. What's the temperature supposed to be at?
Yeah, and what was it all those nights? Is it like hot nights or cold?
I mean, they still have fire. Fire could still scare them off.
Yeah. Yeah. One would hope.
Interesting finale. Interesting finale choice. I liked it, but I also thought that was the weakest episode of the 6.
Yeah, that's fair. It feels like it kind of leaves off rather than really builds to some kind of punch or crescendo. Like it's a big revelation at the end, but I feel like we did a lot of preparing for just that, basically.
I feel like it was a lot of preparing for season 2.
Yeah.
Is what it ultimately did.
Yeah.
Instead of concluding some type of narrative arc. Because usually, I mean, every show usually has, like, you gotta have your cliffhangers to have people come back for the next season. Like, I totally get that. I think that's necessary a lot of the time too. But I also, my personal preference is when I still feel like there's some type of narrative arc fulfilled simultaneously. While what are I don't know, it's like we just finished off on Arcane, for example, without giving anything away. Like, while that ends on a big cliffhanger where the story's not complete, that ends on a note of characters have chosen a path that they're going to take, and it's a lot of characters trying to figure out their path. And then here, yeah, it felt like it was like plot mechanisms. So, I mean, I still liked it just because of the fact that I like the show a lot already. And, you know, like, I like the reveals that you have here of, okay, they affirm with the queen how she's faking her pregnancy. Because, yeah, that wasn't making any sense to me. And, you know, especially when they're looking for a baby. Like, okay, so she must be fake pregnant? And I didn't actually guess that until, like, 10 minutes before they revealed it. So, yeah. She must be fake pregnant. Where the resurrection plants are, because yeah, the Seo-bi,
Seo-bi.
How do you say it?
I mean, Seo-bi
Seo-bi?
I think. I mean, there's
Seo-bi?
usually like an A vowel sound at the end when like he's calling her name. It's usually like Seo-bi. So I don't know if it's like that's an honorific of some kind, but
The nurse. So yeah, I mean the resurrection plant, and then of course like where the crown prince is located, learning that there's a mole there in his little group, and the fact that he found a section of this massive kingdom where he can lead the way, be considered the true heir to the throne and the real, like, be considered a crown prince and not treated as a criminal outcast in his own land. So you have that divide. So there's a lot of like pieces that I think they set up for this wonderful game of chess they've been playing here. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was like a lot of build up to a revelation moment. And so like the last few minutes were definitely exciting because you're like, oh shit, they can move during the day. That's insane. The temperature rule thing, I'd like to have a little bit more of an understanding. It's pretty easy to go, when it's night, they're here.
So it must be just when it's cold because they're in the frozen valley. It's all the fog and everything. So yeah, it must just be cold temperatures bring them out.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So I'm trying to like look back at all the zombie times. I'm like, I guess it was never that cold during the day. Yeah. Is it something that they never talked? I can't even recall if they've ever like discussed the weather.
Yeah. And it's always kind of bright and clear, most daytime scenes.
Yeah, I don't know if they've ever been like, it's hot today.
Yeah, or like, there's some rain coming. Uh-oh,
Yeah.
If it were to rain during the day, I'm sure the zombies would probably come out then.
Like, were there clues that led to that reveal that completely flew over my head? Is more. I'm not saying they're not there. It's something that I never was mindful of when watching the show. So maybe they're there, maybe they're not.
Well, and I mean, I don't know anything about the climate in Korea. So, maybe it is just, hot during the day, cold at night usually, or something like that.
I mean, it's beyond Korea. It's also like a different time period for the Industrial Revolution and all that. Yeah,
before the non-existent global warming could take effect.
Yeah. When the Earth was still flat.
Yeah, that's right.
So, like they had some good stuff in here for sure, and I felt as a narrative piece, because I thought every episode was just a truly strong narrative piece, that this one actually left me the most like, I was a little let down. I thought with a finale this would probably be one of their strongest ones. Don't get me wrong, I was getting excited for season 2. Like that ending makes me go, shit, we gotta watch season 2. But I felt like that's mainly what it did. And it didn't really. It felt like just a giant post-credit scene. Is what I felt like we watched, with some plot developments, of course. I'm not going to say it's void of that, but it did feel like we're planting a lot of seeds to make sure you come back for the next season. Whereas I feel like generally the show's really good at planting seeds to make you come back for the next episode while fulfilling a really good story for each isolated episode.
Yeah, I mean, it does a nice job of getting you excited for the increased stakes, but it does also feel like, there's something about a finale episode that usually feels kind of singular, whereas this doesn't feel that way much at all. And I mean, you're still getting new revelations, and you're still finding out new threads to be worried about, and you're being introduced to new ideas. So it's almost just feels like, and not to use this phrase to slag it, but like it almost feels like another episode.
Fillery. I think
it didn't feel like filler. It just felt like the next episode, rather than this is the finale.
I felt like they were padding some runtime.
That's fair.
Because a lot of the things that were being established, I thought were, it felt more like a setup. Felt more like season 2 would have started, and this would have been the first episode.
Yeah,
and it just kind of works differently in the frame in one's own framing of what you're about to watch, But I don't know, maybe everyone loves this, and then we're just the only two who's like, what the hell, man? But
where's the big old crescendo, other than the last couple minutes?
I guess the narrative arc would be in the form of the Crown Prince finally having a place of, because who's the guy who was like his mentor?
Lord On.
What was it? Lord On.
Yeah.
With On, and how his wherever there's I can see the spelling and I have no idea how to say it. That's pretty much my association with all the words here. Yeah, like wherever they're at, I guess the narrative arc is how he's become like the crown prince leader for this faction, and this pretty much have like this civil war now, with using the epidemic as the main tool of where do we steer this lifeless army.
Yeah.
You know, so and I love that element of it, of the fucking Cho Hak. Is his name Cho Hak?
Yeah.
Cho Hak.
So.
Jew. Cho Hak-ju.
The main guy who's got the chip on his shoulder, who's
the
carrying the king around in a box, and who's standing there looking out.
The guy who has the daughter who's like, I love you, daddy, and he's like, I wield all power, shut your mouth.
I gave you everything you have. Protect me, my ass. Yeah.
I'm just trying to help. I help you. You don't help me.
You don't.
Yeah, man. Flip everything.
Great relationship they got.
Flips everything she says. To be like, shut up.
This is all me. It's all me. Don't ever delude yourself to think that you've got any power in this situation. Now go have a boy. Don't come back till you've given birth to a boy.
Then we're just straight up executing the women.
Yeah.
What a bunch of bullshit. Just let them have the babies.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. At that point, just let them have the babies.
Yeah. I mean, they had a lot of like sinister elements and beats like that I thought were striking. It's weird because, you know, like this episode doesn't feel like an exclamation point on the season, but there are still moments like that are very chilling. Like, yeah, they're just discarding these women and their babies, and, you know, that sets up some tension for, you know, what we know about Mu Young's wife. And then there's that whole thing where they actually, you know, execute the folks from the capital who are coming to, you know, put Prince Chang into custody. You know, like that was a pretty big, I felt like that was the most sort of momentous moment of like, oh man, they're just executing all these guys. Like this is a direct bit of confidence on, you know, the crown prince from at least Lornan and his people. So like that was cool.
No, that's what I mean by the narrative piece being with crown prince finally having an truly established rule of leadership.
Yeah.
With an audience.
Yeah.
Versus where you start off with this show and he's got like 4 people who like him.
Yeah. And I mean, even for him, it's something that we've seen him do before. It's just now there's more legitimate eyes from, you know, the leadership around to behold him actually stepping up and being like, hey, man, you're not doing your job at all. You're not protecting any of these people. I'm going to protect these people.
And also, establishing, I mean, you know, the more I think about it, the more I like it, actually, especially because of how the Jew. I just wanted to say that. Cho Hak-ju. Is it Joe? Jew? It's Joo.
Jew, I think. I think it would be Jew.
But every time I say it, I'm gonna think Jew, and it's just gonna make me laugh.
You could say Jew.
No, that's not happening today.
It's hard J's always.
Cho Hak Jewish man.
Cho Hak Judaism.
Cho Hak
L'chaim. Cho Hak Shmuley Moises. Insert various other Jewish names.
Cho Hak Weinberg. Here.
Yeah. Definitely.
No,
Rabbi Cho Hak.
Rabbi Cho Hak. We've offended both the Korean.
I think
probably for a common Korean name.
I think in the American it might be Hak-ju Cho, because Cho is the family name, right? And then Hak-ju I think is his first.
Fair enough.
Is his like individual name.
Anyway,
but you know, go with Rabbi Weinberg or whatever you said.
Anyway, when Adam Sandler was saying,
yes,
when you see Adam Sandler casting everyone out, and you know, blocking everyone off, where he welcomes everyone in and strategizes a way to save them. Yeah, like those are qualities that I really loved about it, especially when you see how they strategically work together to, let's build some boats, guys. We got a few hours. Let's get in place. Let's get everyone ready. Let's get them fed. You know, I like
traps.
I did like seeing all that, and it was nice. I guess my mindset for an expectation of a finale kind of intervened.
I think there's something interesting about the fact that you watch them mount this huge offensive and defensive, and you know they bring this whole elaborate system of boats and traps and people on the wall and everyone's ready. And it's like I appreciate and respect what makes your stomach drop about the whole thing, where it's like, oh, we made it without incident and it was fine. Oh shit, now they're coming. Like, that does pack a punch, but at the time of watching it, it is sort of like, oh, we just got through the night and then it was fine. Cool.
Yeah, 'cause the episode's also the shortest one.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a 39-minute episode or something. It's a short episode, where the other ones were like pretty solid 50 to 60 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's what I meant by I felt like they were kind of... Sometimes I felt like they were letting some things linger on a little bit longer than they normally would.
Makes me wonder when they found out they got their season renewal.
Yeah.
And maybe they held some stuff to go into season 2, like all guns blazing or something.
Yeah. As I think in the original, right, the queen was supposed to step into the room and slip on that water.
That's right.
And then bang her head.
And hit her head.
Yeah, and then...
become a zombie on the spot.
Yeah, Cho Hak-ju's gonna
Go
zombie.
Go eat Hak-ju.
Carrying around the fucking emperor zombie, his daughter zombie, just to make some giant elaborate plan.
Zombie kingdom.
They're alive. Look at them. See,
everyone in power is a zombie.
Everyone in power. What did I do this?
And it's all this one guy trying to pull the strings, be like, no, they're alive. This is what they want. This is what they decreed. I'm just the mouthpiece, man. You want to go visit the king? Be my guest. Bring something to eat for him. Yeah, I hope that's where it goes. I hope it's just like one big puppet show of this guy trying to keep a bunch of zombie officials in line. He's got them all chained to their posts.
Everyone and all the civilians know it's what the truth is.
All the amazing.
Like, we know they're infected. No,
no, come on.
No, don't leave.
There's messy eaters, you guys. Come on. And then the whole score will change, and it'll just be the Benny Hill music over and over again as he tries and tries.
It'd be like Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
Weekend at the Kingdom.
Weekend.
This guy's trying to keep
Oh my god. Yeah, and he's just got sunglasses and hats on all of them. Just running around the room, trying to puppet each one of them, trying not to get bit in the process. I think this version of Kingdom is what I truly want to see.
Can't you guys see why we were a little let
it.
down by the finale? We had such high hopes of where we thought it would
Weekend
go.
at Kingdom?
We really sometimes our expectations are just never met.
Weekend at the Crown Princes, man. Let's do it. I want it.
All right, on that note, keep a lookout for when we continue season 2 of Kingdom.
Good times.